Okay. Hi everyone, it's been a while. Thanks for coming back, or if you're here for the first time, welcome. Today I really wanted to explain why my schedule hasn't been so frequent since I realized I think it's been also another month or 3 weeks since my last video, but I didn't account for the moment when I came back from my work trip to India, things and moving house, everything being so hectic that I actually also just took 1 week off, and also Procopia came out. Well, my partner bought me Procopia, and that consumed my life. So I haven't really been thinking about making YouTube videos because there's just been other things going on, but I've also been toying or really considering and thinking really deeply about what kind of videos I want to make in the future, just because I think my thoughts around stationery and when you present yourself online, I really want to be cognizant, or I really want to be conscious of how I show my channel, and how that, not how it's going to be perceived by other people, but I really want to be conscious of what kind of message or what kind of thoughts and ruminations I have about stationery. And that kind of includes things like not really wanting to do haul videos anymore, because I don't think it's very not that I don't find haul content very good content. It is good content, and I really love watching haul videos, but I think it's not in line with how I want to present my channel itself. I have done haul videos in the past, but I think, besides haul videos, I really want to be more about the process of how I plan my life, and how, what is my expression onto my planners and journals. And I really want the focus to be more about that, as opposed to, consumerism, me type content. I think the occasional, like, I bought this really cute sticker, like, please have a look, like, how cute is it? I think that is fine. I'm super fine and super okay with those. But yeah, I think moving forward, I really want to be thoughtful about how I do my content. And yeah, I think moving away from things that might seem, in the moment, it might gather me a lot of views. Haul videos are always very popular, or showing off your collection and stuff, but I want to be more about the process and how I reflect the stuff that I use in my everyday practice, or in my journal and planners itself. And I want to kind of do also a bit more language content in the future. It's a bit difficult because I find that language content for me, even though I really love language learning, I'm kind of pressed by an integration deadline that I have this year, and that's kind of, more present. But further on, I think after August, honestly, I think I'll feel much more confident and more comfortable to do language content. Sorry. But yeah, I think my hesitancy to also upload videos is coming from what kind of videos I want to show to begin with, and making sure that I'm making videos that are in line with, my values, and how I want my channel to be reflect who I am. Yeah, I hope that made sense. And I realize it's a 4-minute introduction, but I think this video is more of a reflection of the last 3-4 months. I hate saying the word quarter because I do work in a corporate job, and the thought of putting things into quarters upsets me in a very corporate sense. So I just want to, I know I am doing it towards the end, towards the end of the quarter, but I wanted to do a bit of a reflection on how the last few months have been in my planners, and yeah, just to share that with all of you. So I think I will get started with Maybe my Hobonichi weeks, because this is my workhorse planner and how I live my life every day. I think my last video was a Hobonichi weeks week in my life, or plan my life with me, but I think overall, in a more reflective sense, I really love the Hobonichi weeks. And I think I did mention in my previous video that I thought this was the perfect planner. Actually, yeah, I think this one and the Jibun Techo, I think it was B6 that I used, I think 3 years ago. Those are contenders for top planners that really, for me, something that I'm always excited to use every day, because I truly believe that if there's a planner that you're reaching for, that you're always excited about reaching for, that's kind of the culmination of great. Yeah, what am I trying to say? I just think that if you're really excited to open your journal, like that's every single day, you've kind of made it. And that's kind of planner, what is it? Planner piece. And ever since I got my Hobonichi weeks, I love my Hobonichi weeks. I've not used one, I think, in 2 years, and I grab for it every day, and I'm really happy using it, and that just keeps me going every single day. As for a reflection of the quarter, in terms of my life and how that has reflected, I think I've tried sleep tracking, and it has been good for the first 3 months. I'm recording as of the 17th, and I kind of fell off, I think, just when I went on my week-long vacation I did a day trip to Antwerp and Dusseldorf. Antwerp is in Belgium and Dusseldorf is in Germany. And I think I just wasn't sleep tracking, because, when I'm just like off, when I'm on PTO, I'm not really thinking about my sleep and tracking my sleep. But I think I'll start again. But I'm really happy with how my monthlies look in my Hobonichi weeks. It's more of a nice overview for all the things that I'm doing in the month. And it's actually, now that I realize it, not updated, because I have plans today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Yeah, but I'll update that another time, or later after I recorded this video. But I'm very excited to just keep doing what I've been doing in the month. And I think for the weeks, I mean, I have only great things to say about the weeks. I really love my weeks. I think what's nice is that I just have a place to put all of my to-dos, things that I don't really have to think about separate planners. Everything is just in here in terms of how I need to live my life. I think if I had to give maybe a favorite spread, I think when the weeks look really full, those are my favorite spreads. I do really like this one, this having a sushi a day. It was very cute. I do like this one as well, just because I really like how this turned out. This was the most expensive washi tape I've ever bought. It was 10 euros. I think another fun week was last week, actually, when I was on my week off. I think the nice thing when I bring my weeks on vacation, I get to, if there are places that have stamps or things like that, I can just put that also in my weeks, because since it's the week off, I don't really have many things in my life that I need to practically think about, so to-dos and stuff. You can see that my to-dos were quite small for that week, and I didn't end up doing like edit video. I did record 2 different videos, but as I said in my introduction, I recorded them and I felt like they didn't align with how I wanted my channel to be, so I ended up scrapping them completely, because one was a whole video of all the things that I bought in Antwerp and Dusseldorf, and I did buy quite a few things, but I just didn't want to show them. After I recorded, I was like, maybe this isn't content that I'm really loving, or things like, at least myself, that I don't want to put out on the internet. So scrapped. And yeah, I just really liked how it turned out. I put a bit more stickers when it's more of a chill week, since this wasn't really a planned week off. It was a week off where my friend, one of my good friends from Sydney, she was supposed to come, but because of what's happening in West Asia, of course, she had to cancel her trip. So I just kept this week off anyway, just so I could rest from work, because work is not also exactly not super exciting at the moment. But yeah, I think it looks nice. And you can see I did not track anything in that week. I did do my dailies most of the part for Love and Tea Space, for example. Did not touch Dutch, barely touched Dutch. Also with the 5-year, I think I'll talk about it briefly later. But I'm very happy overall in this planner, and I think, yeah, I really have nothing negative to say with how it's gone. It really keeps me accountable for things, because at least the way that I write my to-do list and plan my life, and schedule things, it really works for me. If it's not written here, it doesn't exist, basically. And I've kind of been using these back pages, the notes pages, for just other random stuff. So here I was kind of doing my Dusseldorf itinerary for all the things that I wanted to hit while I was there. Same with Antwerp. What else? Yeah, I've started to put a TBR and TBW here on the right. I've not gone through any of these yet, but I think the next thing that I want to go through is either Love Through a Prism or The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Those are two animes. At least Love Through a Prism, I keep seeing fan edits of the romance to that Made in Japan song constantly on my profiles, on my FYP, so I feel almost influenced to watch it. And it looks very beautiful because it's also about art. And The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity is a recommendation by a friend. I think nowadays, or for the past few years, actually, I've only really been into romances or historical fiction or fantasy. So a lot of my recommendations, or the things that I am consuming, go in that sphere of those genres. I'm also tracking my skincare, like whenever I finish. So these three I'm actually close to finishing. At least the Lux Organics Acne Derm Cleanser that I'm using is almost done. I bought this. It's a Filipino brand, and I bought it when I traveled to the Philippines last year. And it's actually so good. I don't know if it's because I'm Filipino myself, so maybe the formulation works really well for my skin type or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna be so sad when it runs out, because I can't find it here in Europe. Like I don't think they resell, or there's no official reseller for Europe. But it's fine. Maybe one day. I don't know. And then I'm also using Beauty of Joseon, their water gel moisturizer, as well as the SPF 50, the blue sunscreen, which has also been really nice, because I think that one is more for my skin type, and then the other color is for not my skin type. But yeah, and then just some budgeting stuff, whatever. But it's very casual, and I'm really enjoying it. But not really much more to say. I also added this Mofusan sticker that my partner got me when he went to Japan. I love it. So I wanted to put it in here to always look at it when I'm sad. But that's it for my Hobonichi weeks. Overall, super, super happy. I'm always happy in my Hobonichi weeks. I think next I will do my 5-year. So sorry, I think there are kids screaming in the background again. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. But from the beginning of the year, I did make a video stating how excited I was about the Hobonichi 5-year, and that still holds true, and I still use it every day. But I think now my approach, let me make sure this is in the middle. I think now my approach to doing my 5-year has changed a little bit, because in the beginning of the year, I was very diligent about filling it out every day. I think until I went to Chennai for a work trip, but I will definitely get around to backfilling because I do want to not miss a day. But people are not perfect. We are human beings. But essentially, since I guess the beginning of March, mid-March to now, I still try and document, especially when things are actually happening during the day, because not every day is eventful. When there are things going on, I do update and write something in my 5-year. And I think this is a much more healthier approach than trying to force myself every single day. I really was enjoying it every single day in the beginning, but I think I've quickly run out of, especially when you have days on end where you're like, your brain doesn't want to chuck anything down. I think one thing that has helped, and I think I did mention this in the earlier video, was having things when there's really nothing on in your life. What can you do to fill that day? Which was a recommendation, like this setup, or having templates, you could say, to kind of just copy to put into your 5-year whenever you're out of inspiration, or you really kind of don't know what to put in there, has really helped me. So there are days that are kind of missing. So here you can see I did write about I'm the Queen in This Life, which is a manhwa that I really love. I feel like the story has kind of fallen off in the past year. It's been going on for quite a while, but it's picking up again because the main the love interest, the male lead, has come back from war, and finally we get to see, whenever they've seen each other but they haven't confronted each other yet. They've not met yet. But that's, anyway, sorry. I don't know if I would recommend this to people, not as a first manhwa recommendation, because I would say that it's not great. But I think because it's one of the ones that I've been reading for so long, I've kind of just stuck with it. But I really love the main characters. But yeah, I think I started playing House Flipper on this day. So sometimes it's really easy, and I also don't force myself to use the right hand page. I also have been questioning whether or not getting this size was the best choice. I mean, I already bought it, so I might as well just keep using it. But when I ruminate on it a little bit, I actually don't regret this size at all. It's the bigger one, not I think it's a B6. I really don't remember the sizes for anything. But this is the bigger 5-year size, and I really, really love it. I just like the space that it gives me, because I don't want to feel like I'm constricted. Yeah, so it's every other day I have been doing stuff I've been filling it out. Project Hail Mary, very good movie. Loved it very much. It was very funny. Yeah, sometimes I just write a few lines, and honestly, that is also fine. Started playing Raincoat on this day. I started playing also Rusty's Retirement. I honestly would have kept playing, but then I hit a bug. But I I kind of already invested like 11 hours into my farm and I didn't want to restart, but for some reason this bug is not fixing, even though I tried a lot of troubleshooting. So essentially what happened was my crops weren't being watered when I plant on the 4x4, and the automated bots and stuff just wouldn't water them. And I'm like, okay, if I move my crops away to somewhere else and then like move it back, like none of that stuff was working. So I stopped playing it, but it's really fun. It's a really nice idle game, just for your computer. I've also started doing this. Did I put that layout on here? Yeah, I did. But I also really enjoy this layout now with the little circles. It's also very fun. Also nice, doesn't have to take a lot of effort necessarily. Ada Anjapar, solid. Yeah, I also said this was my chance to try and improve my drawing skills. So I do occasionally draw in it. It's also a good idea. I think also doing this is fine. Yeah. Practice makes progress. This is also nice. I think what I've been doing whenever I don't have things to do, a good alternative is just draw. Just draw something. Draw anything. I think this is also about the time I started not putting things in. Oh, this is like a new ink day, but not really. So I had an empty Lamy Safari after I finished. I still have the Robert Oster Sydney Darling Harbour ink, but I wanted to ink it up with something different after I finished the converter. Had the Robert Oster ink before, and then when I finished the converter with that ink, I changed it to Toki Wamatsu, and it's honestly really beautiful. But unfortunately, because I'm using an EF nib, you can't really see like the colors, but you can see that it's super shimmery, and I really love it. Like, I didn't realize that I had a bit of like red shimmer in it, and it's very beautiful, almost metallic-y. Time change, that's also fun. And I also copped Dutch Pen Show tickets, so if you're going, I will see you there. Then I kind of fell off again a little. Had friends over, clubbing, which I hated. Yeah, lots of plans. Antwerp, when I went to Antwerp for the day, and this is Museum Aanstroom, or is it Anderstroom? Ooh. Anyway, the Maas. Very beautiful. I think I have this thing where if I draw in pencil, it's not real, which is, you know, I think a lot of artists, at least seasoned artists, would say just draw in pen. At least then there's no I think the justification was if you go with a pen, then you can't change anything, and you have to like work with your mistakes. I'm not at that point yet. And then this is supposed to be a Le Creuset that I saw in one of their stores, which was in the berry color. But yeah, and then I also kind of started with Dusseldorf. I think I will definitely backfill these because I want to remember them in my 5-year. But I think overall I'd say this is actually going well. I'm just going to move it back to this page while I talk for a bit, because it's still fulfilling my need, or it's not a need, it's a want. My want to document my life in tiny bits over 5 years. And I think even though I've said, you know, not every day is going to be interesting, you can always fill other days with other things. And I think it's also fine. Like 5 years is a big commitment for a planner or a journal, of course. So also having things that are empty is a reflection of the human condition. You can say, I am fully fine with also keeping things blank, because it's, you know, at the time maybe there was nothing to do. There was nothing to add, but also just laziness, which is also fine. So I really don't want to punish myself for not filling in pages or anything. But I will definitely keep going at it. And I think also because now I have a bit more time since I've reduced my work hours, I will definitely backfill these in the future. I will definitely get around to it. So overall, I'm super happy with my 5 year. And definitely last but not the least, there are also other journals and planners, but I kind of just want to touch the ones that I use on a regular basis, and everything else is kind of like peripheral journals that or my health planner or something, but I don't really want to show that. So my travelers, or my Love and Trip travelers, is this called like my traveler's book, traveler's notebook? Oh my gosh, I really do not make videos anymore. This is what I bring when I'm going traveling. My setup changes a little bit actually depending on if I'm going to a place with a partner store or not, because I bring a bit more when there's a partner store because I kind of want to go stamp crazy, and yeah, if I'm able to just use a lot of the stamping. I've also updated, okay, this is not fixed because it's like upside down. One thing that was annoying me before was when I was using this on the front, it was bending this corner. So I swapped it around, but I haven't also swapped the inside. So it's upside down, which is fine. But then I'm also realizing I could have also, actually, maybe I'll just do it now. I can just do it like this. Oh wait, no I can't. Wait. I mean, technically I can do it like that still, like it's not an issue. Let me see how that, oh my gosh. Look, it's not great, but it's something. Because I just didn't want this at the front. I think I can deal with this. I just need to redo it a little bit. This is fine, I think. Yeah, I can work with it. Not a problem. Anyway, yeah, that was my issue. So I redid it a little. But just to share maybe a little bit of an update, in previous months, I used this to track, because I was using the Traveler's weekly memo last year as my everyday carry planner. They don't have a monthly section. So what I ended up doing was buying this passport size one to record what I'm doing every month, because I really needed that monthly view. But since I bought the Hobonichi Weeks, I was like, okay, well, I don't really need this anymore. But from this month, or the tail end of March, I was like, I kind of want to use this, but what can I use it for? So now I've sort of used it as a media tracker, and I have very mixed feelings about always tracking everything that I'm consuming, because I think on one hand, I consume a lot. I watch a lot of stuff. I read a lot of manhwa, like a crazy amount of manhwa every single day. And it's something that my partner is always like, I need you to like read less manhwa, which like fair. But I don't know. I think the idea of it was enticing, so I'm kind of playing with it at the moment this month, and I've been doing it for the past 3-ish weeks. And yeah, I have been playing Pokopia every single day. And what value does that add to my life? As in like the idea, like me tracking this, what is it adding to my life? But I also think it's not harmful. Like I kind of like writing down things, because like, yes, I do read Tears on a Withered Flower every single Friday. So last Friday they were on hiatus because the author's grandfather passed away. My condolences. And hopefully today I think they might release a chapter, but we'll see. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it's been nice. It's not really affecting me in a bad way. I think the idea of tracking is always, tempting because it's nice to see what you're doing with your time. But I don't know if I'll keep going with it. I just wanted to see what I could do with this monthly. And the first thought I had was media tracking. But yeah, here's a little insight into, what I do every single day. I also need to add that I started reading a book. I started reading, it was Ursula K. Le Guin, but I forgot the title. It was like the word of the forest is the word of the world is forest. I think that's what it's called. Let me look it up. The word of the world is forest. The word for world is forest. Yeah, sorry, I started reading that on Wednesday. A book. The word for world is forest. Yeah. Cool. So I've been doing that. And it's kind of working. I don't know, it's been 3 weeks. Give it another 3 months and then I'll get back to you. So that's that. So I recently went to Dusseldorf and took a bit of a side trip to Duisburg, which is just north of Dusseldorf, just so that I could get the partner shop stamp. I have the... Okay, I do have the Travelers, the partner shop. Is that here? It's not here. I have it somewhere. Maybe I'll show it in a future video. But yeah, I have the partner stamp. So I just write what I do on my holiday, but I also wrote about this and put it here. So that's been going well. And this is, what is this? Oh, I also stamped. Yeah, so I kind of go stamp crazy when I go. Oh, I did that quite a few times. Okay. Yeah, I do have the Amsterdam one here. And then I usually have my YouTube layout here. Okay, I can't find it. But I did find my passport partner shop one. So here is the Duisburg one. Very nice. I want to maybe make a video of... I'm going to Paris at the end of the month, so I'm also going to have the Paris one in here at some point. But I did want to... I think when I complete a book, it's very not likely that it's going to be this year. But maybe I'll show it, because I have 4 stamps. 2 of them are put in retroactively, but I think it's fine. But this also works for me because it's very compact. So when I'm traveling, it's very easy to just have everything in here. So when there are stamps and stuff, I can just take out my book. And also, there's really, like when I'm traveling, I really don't want to be carrying so much stuff with me. So I find that this is kind of the perfect companion to house all my travel needs. Because I also still bring my Hobonichi Weeks with me when I'm traveling. So I'm carrying this and one other planner, which is fine. It's really not a lot. It's even for date. Maybe I wouldn't bring my Hobonichi Weeks on a day trip, but if it's like a weekend trip, 3-day, 4-day, then I would definitely bring this and my Hobonichi Weeks. But yeah, also been working really well for me. So overall, the past few months, I've been living my best planner and journal life, and overall very happy about them. And I think in the future, yeah, it's not really changing anytime soon. And I think I quite like that. The consistency is really great for my brain. And yeah, I guess I don't really have much left to say, but I think in the future I'm not sure how my upload schedule is going to be because I'm kind of in a rut in terms of what kind of content I want to make for my YouTube channel, but I will definitely still be uploading. Like, I won't disappear forever. So if you're someone who regularly watches my videos, I'm always thankful and very grateful that you're with me. But otherwise, I hope you all have a good weekend or a good month, or yeah, whenever you're watching, a good day. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.